Ugoma was returning home from the community primary school she attended as she rushed home due to her growing hunger. As she reached the compound where her house was built, she noticed the crowd that was outside. She wondered what was happening, then she saw her mother being handcuffed and pushed into the waiting police van waiting outside. She cried and ran after the van but was stopped by one of her mother's neighbors, Mama Chioma. It was there she learned her mother had pushed one of her customers. Neka, her mother worked as a village prostitute and didn't even know Ugoma's father. Mama Chioma took Ugoma and handed her to her aunt. Auntie Noma, though she didn't like her, she didn't have much of an option. That night as she got to her aunt's house, she listened as her aunt narrated the scene that had occurred that evening to her husband, and she couldn't help but notice the hatred her aunt had for her only sister. Her mother, in one of her happy moods, had told her she never liked selling her body, but that was the only thing she knew how to do. She had no skill and no formal education. Tears silently danced down her face as her mother came to memory. The following day, Ugoma went to school and was mocked by her classmates, taunting her and calling her names. A particular boy had even come close to her and shoved her aside. That so happened to be the last straw, and with all the anger weighing on her shoulders, she beat the boy up. Some students ran away while others cheered her on. The next day the boy's parents came over to school and Ugoma was called over to the principal's office, where she was insulted and denied the opportunity of explaining herself or telling her side of the story. Afterwards, she was suspended indefinitely. Auntie Noma was beyond infuriated, and beat Ugoma as soon as they got home. "I have always known you were trouble and a useless child. What honor does your mother have that you were trying to protect her? Do you want to turn out useless like your mother?" she said, throwing her palm across little Ugoma's face. A week later Ugoma started hawking for her aunt, but no one bought anything from her as she was seen and treated like an outcast. So she was made to help on the farm instead. While others were in school, parents began warning their children not to associate themselves with her. She was completely ostracized. Months later, as Ugoma was slowly getting accustomed to her new, miserable life, she got the news that her mother had died in prison while awaiting trial, leaving Ugoma orphaned and condemned by her entire village from such a tender age. She wailed and wished she could see her mother again. As weeks turned into months, Ugoma endured the scorn and rejection of those around her as she grew up. She was branded as the daughter of a murderer and a prostitute, made to feel like the criminal in her own community. Even her own family, who should have provided her with love and support, treated her with disdain and resentment. She even had her separate cutlery which she kept outside the house. Their constant taunts and mocking words pierced her heart, causing her immeasurable pain and anguish. One fateful day when Ugoma reached the cusp of womanhood, tragedy struck her yet again. Her uncle, a vile man filled with sinister desires, sought to take advantage of her vulnerability and innocence. But fate intervened in the most unexpected way. Just as her uncle began making repulsive advances, Ugoma's piercing scream summoned her aunt to the horrifying scene. Witnessing the disturbing occurrence, her aunt reacted with rage and fury, unleashing her anger upon Ugoma instead of her husband. She accused the young girl of attempting to seduce her spouse with vile insults. "What did I even expect from you? The apple didn't fall far from the tree. You would end up just like your stupid, useless mother. I will not allow you corrupt my children." In the aftermath of this disturbing incident, Ugoma's aunt wasted no time in banishing her from their home. Sent away with nothing but the clothes on her back, Ugoma found herself alone and abandoned, seeking solace under the shelter of a towering tree. That night, a torrential downpour soaked the earth, mirroring the tears that streamed down Ugoma's face. Overwhelmed by pain and stigmatization, she cried out to the heavens, begging God for mercy or a release from her suffering. Ugoma's spirit was broken, her hope vanishing like the raindrops falling around her. As the dawn broke, Ugoma awoke cold, hungry and saddened with no clear direction or purpose. Feeling lost and unsure of her next move, she took a few hesitant steps, a weary traveler on her own journey. The cycle went on for days, sleeping outside, and eating nearly nothing. Suddenly, amidst the hustle and bustle of villagers on their way to the farms, Ugoma heard her name being called. As fate would have it, it was Mama Ogchi, an elderly woman known for her kindness and compassion. Confused as to why Ugoma was out so early, Mama Ogchi inquired gently, aware only of the young girl living with her aunt with tears streaming down her face. Ugoma poured out her heart to the woman, recounting the horrors she had endured and the painful rejection she faced daily. Moved by young Ugoma's plight, Mama Ogchi made a life-changing decision, she offered her a room in her house. Ugoma was overjoyed as she was treated with love and kindness, more than she had ever experienced. She loved and cared for her like her own daughter. After some weeks, Mama Ogchi called her. With a hesitant expression, she spoke. "I am more than happy having you around, but it would be selfish of me to continue doing so. You have to make a living and make a meaning out of your own life too, and you can't achieve that if you keep doing my own work." She told her she would take her to the city, where Ogchi, her daughter, resided and was in need of a maid. It was an opportunity for Ugoma to start anew, to escape the clutches of her past, learn a skill and forge a different destiny. Ugoma traveled alongside Mama Ogchi to the bustling city, their journey filled with a whirlwind of emotions. With every mile that brought them closer to their destination, Ugoma's heart began to flicker with a glimmer of hope, but skepticism always found its way as it crept into her head. Will they love me? Will they be kind to me? She prayed to be accepted and loved. The city was vast and unfamiliar, everything seemed different from the village she was used to, but she was determined to leave the pain and stigma behind. In her new environment, Ugoma was received with open arms, showered with the love and care that had been so cruelly denied from her in her formative years. For the first time in her life, she began to feel a profound sense of peace, happiness, and belonging wash over her very soul. She was happy she was accepted and loved. She was treated like a child that she was. One day, as Ugoma was diligently going about her chores, Chibuza, the son of her employer, approached her sheepishly. He admitted he was struggling with one of his school assignments and begged Ugoma to assist him. With a heavy heart, she had to refuse, admitting that she could barely read nor write due to a lack of formal education in her childhood. Upon learning this, Chibuza immediately rushed to inform his mother, who was equally dismayed and decided to rectify the situation. "You should be able to read and write," she promised to enroll Ugoma in school, and before long, Ugoma returned to school once again. And so, Ugoma soon began spending her mornings and afternoons attending the school, while her evenings were filled with her duties as a maid. It was not an easy balance to strike, but Ugoma attacked her studies with the same zeal and determination that had allowed her to survive the many tragedies of her early life. With each passing month, she began emerging from the cocoon of illiteracy, slowly but surely learning to string together words and sentences, unlocking entire galaxies of communication. Her aunt was happy Ugoma had always been intelligent, but lacked the basic resources she needed in strengthening her knowledge, and once she had access to those she was deprived of, in a blink of an eye, she sat for O-levels, miraculously topping the whole school. One quiet afternoon while working her shift at the upscale city restaurant where she worked as a waitress for Ogchi, whom she began referring to as her aunt, an elderly gentleman entered and took a seat, giving Ugoma a warm smile as she provided him with the menu. As she stepped away to allow him to make his selection, she couldn't help but overhear the snickers and hushed laughter coming from her fellow employees. With a sinking feeling, she turned back to look at the old man, now staring at the menu with evident confusion and frustration. In that moment, Ugoma felt her heart clench with overwhelming compassion and empathy. Striding back over to his table, she softly offered to read out the menu options for him and assist in any way she could with placing his order. What could have been an embarrassing and undignified situation for the old man suddenly transformed into a moment of gentle guidance and kindness, thanks to Ugoma's actions. She took her time, clearly enunciating each dish and its ingredients, watching as the creases of anxiety on the gentleman's face slowly gave way to a warm smile of gratitude. As he thanked her profusely, a look of realization dawned on Ugoma. Her own painful road to literacy had opened her eyes to the struggles of others lacking that basic skill. She had found purpose and meaning in easing the complications faced by someone who could not read. Just then, another man entered the restaurant, striding over directly to the old gentleman's table. After greeting each other jovially, the old man introduced Ugoma to the newcomer as simply "my driver." Leaving her puzzled as to why he required a driver, she politely smiled and continued about her duties. However, the old man was not quite finished. Catching Ugoma's eye once more, he beckoned her over and took her hand, gently clasping it in his own weathered one. "Young woman, can you please come and work for me as my PA? I like your spirit and want that around me." Ugoma was puzzled. "I work here with my aunt, sir. She has been like a mother to me. I will give you time to think about it. You can give my driver your phone number. He would also give you his. I will call to confirm your response." Swallowing down the rising lump of emotion in her throat, she politely provided her contact information to Jacob, the driver. Her auntie was happy hearing the news. "I want your progress and happiness. You can't continue working for me. Please proceed and don't forget to make plans to further your studies. You can't keep working at the restaurant forever. You are free, my dear." When she resumed work the following week and entered the building, she noticed it was a big company. She asked for Mr. Regiment and was directed to the CEO's office. She noticed the refined air, the conspicuous wealth, the prestigious surname. She was in the presence of one of the most affluent and powerful families, yet he had not flaunted his status, nor demanded special treatment. When he came to dine, I don't know what to say, sir," she finally managed to stammer out when she saw him, in a state of disbelief. "I merely treated you as I would want to be treated myself, with dignity and respect." Edmund lifted her trembling hands, placing it in his, reassuring her of how he genuinely appreciated her kindness. "And that, my dear, is the highest compliment one human can pay to another. You have a beautiful spirit, and it would be a crime for me not to acknowledge that. I want you around me, and I can see you haven't completed your education. I promise to sponsor your education to any school of your choice, anywhere in the world." Tears streamed down Ugomma's face. She had barely known Edmund for long, yet in this complete stranger, she had found a warm grandfather figure who seemed to instinctively sense the inherent goodness dwelling within her. After some weeks of working for him, she noticed how he was particularly close to the driver and how much Jacob was trusted to be allowed to sign every document that needed to be read, and also to attend meetings. She saw it as such a wholesome act, and was glad Mr. Rothschild liked Jacob just as much as she did. "Because he was a kind man. I noticed you like your driver so much. He is such a kind and humble man." Edmund laughed. "He is not my driver, that man is my son. He prefers to keep a low profile and not draw attention to our family's circumstances. But I noticed he likes you and loves spending time with you." As they were talking, Jacob came in. "There you are, my son." As the two men spoke, Ugomma couldn't help but wonder how she had been oblivious to their blood relationship, that now seemed so obvious. As weeks turned into months, her friendship with Jacob grew from dinner dates to shopping together. One day they attended a company function together. After the event, they took a walk on the beach and gisted. Jacob spoke of his background and growing up, his twin brother, John, and how mischievous they were while growing up. Ugomma asked where was his brother, and he said he was handling another branch of their business abroad and comes home only during Christmas holidays. He asked Ugomma if she has any siblings or fond childhood memories. Ugomma smiled and became sad and moody immediately. He noticed her mood changed after a while. Ugomma cried and told her story: the loss of her mother, the arrest, the father she never knew, the vile actions of her uncle, how she was sent out and slept in the rain, the disdain from her, how she came to the city, the years spent as an outcast. None of that showed on the surface. She nervously presented to the world, but Jacob simply took her trembling hands in his and stared into her eyes with an intensity and acceptance that spoke far more volumes. We all have chapters in our pasts that are painful to recall. Some were written by our own hands, while others were inscribed by cruel turns of fate not of our making. You did not choose the tragic events that marked your early life, but you have chosen, every day since, to meet those circumstances with courage. She looked at him, smiled and felt peace. Ugomma had found warmth, compassion, and what seemed to be the embrace of a friend and brother. She slowly dismantled the doubts and sense of worthlessness through his acts of friendship, conversation, and emotional intimacy that flowed naturally between them. Do not forfeit your happiness over societal judgment or a false sense of unworthiness, he often told her. One day Jacob took her to a very fancy restaurant. After dinner he said, "I see you, Ugomma. The real you," Jacob continued, his words carrying the weight of deep authenticity. "A woman of incredible strength, beauty inside and out, and a light that cannot be extinguished, no matter how harsh the winds. That is the person I have fallen in love with. Can you be my girlfriend?" Ugomma felt her lip trembling as the profound truth of his words washed over her soul like a balm of healing grace. For so long, she had defined herself solely by the trauma and rejection inflicted upon her. But Jacob still loved her with shining eyes. She managed a watery smile and a nod, silently accepting the unconditional love being offered. From that moment on, their relationship blossomed like the most vibrant of flowers. Jacob doted on Ugomma, showering with the care, respect, and dignity she had not experienced enough. For the first time, she knew the joy of being someone's main priority, the beloved recipient of a good man's adoring affections. Ugomma's employers and the dear Mama Ogchi watched this transformation with a mixture of pride and relief, eternally grateful they could play even a small role in the young woman's long-awaited redemption story. When the day finally came for Jacob to ask Ugomma's hand in marriage, the family rejoiced alongside the beaming couple, happy tears flowing in abundance. The wedding itself was a fittingly lavish and joyous affair, the likes of which Ugomma could never have fathomed amidst her darkest days of destitution and scorn. She was the blushing bride, adorned in elegant white lace, as she joyfully took her vows in a moment she would never forget. Ogchi was the mother of the bride. Ugomma said, "Without you I wouldn't be here today. You took a stranger and loved her like a child. You gave me wings to fly. I love Mama. You are my mother," Ogchi cried and hugged Ugomma. As the newlyweds danced their first dance amidst the sea of well-wishers, Ugomma looked up at her husband in awe, still hardly daring to believe her new reality. "How did I become so extraordinarily blessed?" she whispered in wonder. "A penniless outcast, orphaned and shunned, and now your wife, cherished by your family and finally free of my past?" Jacob simply smiled that warm, crinkly-eyed smile she adored so much, pulling her close. "The better question, my love, is why your boundless compassion was met with cruelty for so long? You are finally receiving your birthright, the love and belonging you always deserved." He brushed a gentle kiss across her forehead. "And I vow to spend every remaining day showing you that this new season is not a fleeting dream, but the reality. No matter what we are going through, it is just for a moment." Thanks for listening. Please share, like and subscribe.